Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We're back with Formula G for round 2 at Tokyo Expressway South Outer Loop. It's a 9-car grid, and on pole, it's They Hate Melty. The driver who finished second in the first race. The winner of the first race, Tweetman, couldn't make it to this race, so this is a great chance for Melty to take some points from him. We've got Sophie there in second. On the grid, she's using boost off the line. By the look at that, I'm not quite sure why she'd use it so early, but there you go. We've got John Boy in second. Oh, John Boy gets past. John Boy up into second. Is he going to go around the outside of Sophie? He is. That's a good move. That's a very good move straight off the line there with cold tyres. So he gets chased after Melty. And he's going to try and go around the outside of Melty as well. Going to rush with the wall, but the job is done. Well done, John Boy. It's a good move. So John Boy in command of this race. We've got Dale Melty second, Sophie is in third. Melty coming up the inside of John Boy. Is that move done? Looked like it. Oh, but he just couldn't quite get the power down. There was loss of traction, back end kicked out, lost speed. So these two side by side at the front on the first lap. You can't win the race on the first lap, but they both want to be in that commanding position where they can just control the speed of the race. Great respectful racing there through the tunnel. No contact made. Melty comes out in the lead. At the back there we've got Sophie and Safalicious battling as well, and Safalicious on the inside coming up to the chicane. It looks as though Safalicious has got a move done. He has. Incredible. Back at the front, John Boy is in the slipstream of Melty as they come to finish the first lap. Give us an idea of how long the laps are going to be. So about a minute and a half. That's always worth noting for the fuel usage. You'll see the fuel down there in the bottom left-hand corner. They don't have nearly enough to make it through the entire race. Something that is handy, if you look below the fuel gauge, you'll also see the amount of miles on a car, and that's going to give you an indicator as to just how much practice people have been putting in and how experienced they are with these cars. In the bottom right hand corner we've got the overtake meter. That'll be dropping during the race because that does not recharge. So always worth seeing who's got boost and who has not. Melty not checking out as he does previously. So John Boy's keeping him very, very honest right now. In fact, John Boy's in the slipstream. Is he going to go for a move? John Boy's sizing him up, looking very aggressive. Is he looking for a way through? Not yet, but that's a battle that could stay with us for a while. Just behind, Safalicious in third. He's keeping these two in touch. Oh, I think John Boy was slow through there. John Boy may have made a mistake, perhaps took too much curb through there. We see him using the overtake button just to try and protect himself from Safalicious and keep himself in Melty's slipstream. The slipstream is very, very important. As you can see, Safalicious is right on the back of John Boy, thanks to that slipstream. Not too easy to follow other cars though through the S's around here. The aero can really mess you up. The John Boy there goes out wide, try and make the corner as wide as possible. Has he made it too wide? Safalicious got underneath him? No. Oh, Safalicious losing traction there. That's something we're seeing a lot of. Sorry, it's at the back there as well. I think those adders losing traction. Really hard to get that corner exit right. Further back, we've got Sophie in fourth. We've got Yvonne in fifth, but she's been challenged by McFlurry Twist. And right behind them, it's Ollie. So this midfield always seems to be very much a fuel-saving pack. So what happens here isn't always that important until later in the race. See Yvonne and Sophie swapping positions there, but you know, is that tactical? We will see it later in the race. In third place, Safalicious still in the tow of John Boy's car. John Boy though seems to have lost out a little bit to Melty, and he seems slow through there as well. I think John Boy is now saving a little bit of fuel. Melty though, he's really heading away there. 1:21.7 that last lap. to a 1:22.8 for the second place. So Melty a second faster. You've got to believe that John Boy is just saving fuel now. He's had his first lap shenanigans, and now he's just chilling out a little bit. Safalicious is beginning to come under pressure from Yvonne behind him. So that's worth looking out for. Will Yvonne try and get up behind Melty? I think anybody who's played Gran Turismo knows that you can use these slipstreams to go from one car to the next and then catapult yourself up to the lead car. I think Sophie wants past Yvonne by the look of the way her car's body language is. See if the two E-Team Brit cars can keep it clean. I'm sure they can. Right up behind Safalicious now. Safalicious coming under real pressure from Yvonne, who was very, very close to the barrier there. That was almost a disaster. Almost, but not entirely. A bit further back, Ollie hanging on in 6th, doing great. Ollie, a late arrival to the series. Great to have you, thank you very much for coming. And then there's a Grandpa. A bit of a battle, and also McFlurry twist. Oh, who gets twisted into the barrier a little bit there by Ollie. I don't think that was intentional though. And Adder's at the back in the Christmas car. He's clearly doing some fuel saving. Don't think that these drivers at the back are slow. There's lots of tactics going on here. Speaking of tactics, John Boy he's sitting, right where he was last time we checked, but the cars behind him are closer. Safalicious right on his tail. See John Boy there using a squirt of overtake to try and break that toe, or at least give him enough speed to make sure Safalicious won't get an overspeed on him. That's good use of the overtake button, but how long is he going to have that button for? Only time will tell. That's too wide. Oh, John Boy losing out to Safalicious and Yvonne there as he goes too wide. Is Surfer going to get him as well? Don't think so. He makes it into the chicane, but that's very unfortunate from John Boy. Just a little mistake there, trying to keep his speed up. And up ahead, there's Yvonne challenging Safalicious. So these two going side by side. A 1:21.2. That's a really good lap. Safalicious managed to hold on to that second place, but he's under real pressure now from Yvonne behind. Oh, there's 4 cars through the S's. They're keeping it clean. Yvonne comes out in 2nd, Sophie in 3rd. Safalicious gets shuffled down to 4th. Wow, he came out really badly there. John Boy's fallen to 5th. Now 6th. So John Boy really going into ultra fuel saving mode, which I'm sure he wished he'd done in the first race. Can Yvonne now catch up to Melty? And can Sophie keep Safalicious behind her? Because Safalicious looking very, very aggressive, darting one side to the next, trying to sell Sophie a dummy. That's not working, or is it? There's a double toe there for the Safalicious car, and that's Sophie on the outside, so Safalicious back up to 3rd. Tremendous racing. Because all the time they're bickering amongst each other. Melty is getting away. Oh, that defence there really cost Safalicious. Going for a move there that just wasn't going to happen ever. Up ahead, Melty's miles away, although that last lap was a 1:23.1, so there's either a mistake there or Melty's now gone full fuel saving. You've got to assume that far ahead of the pack, Melty is going to be saving fuel. There's no point in this race in having a massive lead, because you're either winning or you're not. It doesn't matter if you win by a second or a minute. A win is a win. Yvonne and Sophie 2nd and 3rd. John Boy 4th. Safalicious has gone down to 5th, so Safalicious could be saving fuel now as well. When you're battling at the front like that, you do use a lot of fuel up. So we'll probably come back to these later, because this pack is always chopping and changing. That's just the way the fuel saving group works. So will the 2 E-Team Brit cars be using bump drafting? Not really a team event, this. So we'll have to wait and see. There could be some sneakiness going on. But now everybody's settling down. That last lap from Yvonne was a 125. That shows you how much time you lose when you're battling. That's about 4 seconds lost from that squabbling that was going on. Melty, 124, so he's definitely saving fuel. We could see there he dropped off the throttle very early. Oh, almost no throttle inputs there from Melty as he goes through the S's. Just cruising, saving as much fuel as possible. And as he's doing that, it's allowing Yvonne and Sophie to catch up. So I think that Melty might stuff his fuel targets. We're about a quarter of the way through the race, and he's about a quarter of the way through his fuel. So Yvonne and Sophie sweep past. Looks like Melty wants to just sit and use the slipstream for a while. Top 3 cars all have roughly the same fuel. So they're all working to the same strategy. You can save a lot of fuel here by short shifting, by lifting and coasting, by slipstreaming. So these 3 cars, I think, might be working together just to try and clear the rest of the pack. I get the feeling Melty might have given up his lead voluntarily there to get a little bit of a fuel assistance. So we're going to have to wait and see. That's sneaky. It's really the sort of driving that we were hoping for, the sort of tactics we were hoping for. And it does make this series quite unique in the way it is run. Let's see what's happening further back then. We've got John Boy in 4th. He's managing to stay ahead of the fuel-saving group. In fact, he's still got Sophie in his sights up ahead, so John Boy doing well. We've got Grandpa, McFlurry Twist and Ollie there in a 3-way battle. Safflish is just at the back, so Safflish is really saving fuel. They've gone from the front to the back. And Adder's the dark horse at the back there. Who knows how much fuel he's saving because he's just sitting behind everybody, soaking up that tow. I've got a cat just come out of nowhere. Hello, cat. So this is it's not really a battle going on at the front. Yeah, these 3 are just helping each other out, aren't they? So this is well worth noting for future races. We might see more of this sort of strategy where drivers just push each other along, borrow each other's slipstreams. Sneaky, sneaky. Yvonne there could have been trying much harder to get past Melty, but she's really not pushing that hard. We'll have a look at her inputs as well. Quite slow there on the throttle. Oh, shifting very early. Very early. So this isn't a battle at the front. It's just a Sunday drive. So 17 minutes gone now, and Yvonne's had an issue in 3rd place, and she's found herself falling right back into the clutches of the midfield group. This is a chance for these cars to get an extra tow. Are they going to do it? Is there going to be a little bit of a push? We can see the Grandpa Mobile there using a bit of overtake. Just trying to sneak up behind Yvonne, and John Boy as well providing a little bit of extra thrust. So Grandpa and John Boy working together. Cruising up there behind Yvonne. So Yvonne could be out of position. She's not where she wants to be. As we come up to the chicane once again. John Boy there trying to hold himself back in, but John Boy using more fuel. He's still got enough fuel for the race. That's not going to be an issue. But sometimes you really want a bit of excess, shall we say. Ollie has an absolute ton of fuel, so Ollie could be really good for... Oh, but he catches the wall there. But he could be good for a good result. Once again, these S's catching people out. There's a sudden change in the aerodynamics of the car when you come out of somebody's slipstream, and that really catches people out in the S's. So Yvonne still managing to maintain that 3rd place, but now this entire pack is coming up behind Yvonne, and if she doesn't get a move on, it's just going to engulf her. Once you're in that pack, you are absolutely stuck. It's so hard to get out because there's so much movement in that pack. So once again, John Boy and Grandpa working together. Then behind, Ollie staying with these two as well. So it's race on. Meanwhile, up at the front, Melty and Sophie. Look, they could be working together. Sophie with slightly more fuel than Melty, but not much more. These two both seem to be more or less on target. Melty perhaps feeling that he needs to sit back and save a little bit more. But their lap times are up from their earlier fuel saving times. So, Sophie and Melty, are they overdoing it? Yvonne's also putting in a faster lap than previous. In fact, that's her best lap. She's just done a 121.13. So, got to assume that Yvonne has been using the boost button a little bit. Meanwhile, John Boy is past Grandpa, and Grandpa is fighting that. So, there we go. Working together again. John Boy perhaps lost patience with the slow progress there towards Yvonne. John Boy, an experienced driver, he knows what it takes to go up to the front of the pack. A little bit further back, Safalicious, we've just passed the halfway mark, so this is the point where you really want to be looking at the fuel gauges. Make sure everybody's at halfway or above. Safalicious there, moving into 5th. The Grandpa car's got lots of fuel. The Ollie car has even more fuel. Adders as well has a great deal of fuel. Oh, McFlurry's had a problem. McFlurry's fallen a long way back. So there's going to be a lot of work for McFlurry Twister. Oh, and getting a penalty as well. So absolute disaster there for McFlurry Twist, who on lap 16 now. On lap 14, seemed to set the fastest lap, but the timing on the right hand side there has got a little bit screwy. Sophie and Melty up at the front. Here's Yvonne in 3rd. Safalicious and John Boy fighting over 4th and 5th. And all these cars bunching up together. Oh, McFlurry, what happened? You're still a long way back. Yvonne now is beginning to catch up with the lead pack. She's got Melty in her sights. There we go, the gap's not that great. So Yvonne managed to pull herself back up by using her overtake button quite liberally. Into the 1 minute 20s, so that's a great pace there from Yvonne. She's really trying to drag herself back into this this front three who are all working together. Meanwhile, the other cars, the fuel saving pack, are still fuel saving a lot. John Boy bouncing over that sausage curb. Not what you want to be doing, and McFlurry Twist is about to pull himself back in. It's cost a fair bit of fuel, but he's still on target and still picking up penalties. Though not going perfectly to plan for McFlurry Twist. As we approach the 30-minute mark, we can see now that the fuel saving group has begun to put the hammer down, burn some of that extra fuel off, and they are catching the lead group. See there, the Grandpa Mobile's lights are flashing red. That's because there's less than a quarter of the overtake left. That overtake being used very, very heavily to catch up with this front group. The front three cars are all together, which means there's no buffer between 3rd and 1st. So this is about to become one massive battle as everybody gets dragged along behind the number 27 Grandpa car. And that's it. That is a tow right there. You can see this is the only car with a red light on at the moment. You can expect that now other cars are going to start using their overtake perhaps to attack from the back or to defend at the front. But that is Grandpa up to 3rd place. Grandpa now attacking Melty into the chicane. Oh, Melty jumping the curb. That is not ideal for Melty. And he's dropped right back to 8th. But this overtake button almost completely used by Grandpa now, so this is a strategy that needs to be paying off very, very soon. Sophie up ahead hasn't been using the overtake button much since the start of the race, or at all, so she's got plenty of overtake to defend with. And she's going to need to defend very, very soon, because this is about to become a battle for the lead. Yvonne there in third. She's staying in touch with this battle. Then so is Saflicious and Ollie. So this battle is on, and that is Grandpa in the lead of the race with almost no overtake left. And a lot of that excess fuel has been burnt off. In fact, that is Grandpa now missing the fuel target. You can see there's just over 10 minutes to go, but less than a quarter of the fuel. So this is a very dangerous strategy. Sophie looks like she's going to try and take advantage of that by saving some fuel behind the Grandpa car. And don't get tangled up with Yvonne in the chicane, because that would not be good. Ollie in fourth, Saflicious in fifth. They're having a great battle as we come towards the line. You see Adder's there in sixth. As I said, he'd pulled himself back, and he has. Adder's still with lots of excess fuel. They hate Melty. They're trying to force his way back to the front. And John Boy still fuel saving at the back, so John Boy can still pull something back. McFlurry's having an absolute nightmare, unfortunately. He's got a lot of fuel, but he's all the way to the back, a long way to the back. He's doing great lap times, but can he catch it within 10 minutes? We'll have to wait and see. The battle at the front rages, and the battle in the mid-pack rages as well, with Ollie getting a little friendly with that barrier. Melty's made it back up into third. Can Melty make it back into first is the question. That's a fantastic drive. Melty absolutely begging it. 1 minute 14.4. What an incredible lap. That's way faster than anything else we've seen. Melty absolutely flying there behind Ollie. Can Ollie keep him behind? Here we go. Melty goes to the inside. As he forces his way through. Oh, Ollie holds third place at the moment. But it's Melty's going to have the inside for the next corner. Can Ollie get himself ahead? A full car length, he can, and he shuts the door on Melty. Ollie there having a look at Sophie in second, see if he can get around. Great battle at the front. Ollie's car a little bit wild there. These cars so unpredictable behind another car. It's one of the things that makes this series so great. He's going up the inside. Ollie there throws his car into second in just his first Formula G race, so that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant work. And he's got so much fuel, he can just turn that engine right up. And he does, and he heads straight into the lead. So Ollie takes the lead of this race now. So, you know, you can't always predict it. Sometimes the strategies just don't make themselves apparent. The Grandpa Mobile in second, looking a little bit light on fuel. I think that's why the overtake was so easy. Melty here in third. I think for the first time in the entire race, Sophie's dropped out of the top three. She's down there in fifth. Perhaps saving some fuel, getting ready for a bit of a banzai attack towards the end of the race. But Melty back up behind Grandpa. He's after blood. Melty there touching the barrier, and looks like Grandpa trying to attack Ollie. Trying to get a buffer between himself and Melty, but that overtake is gone. See the lights above the cockpit have gone out. The overtake has run out on that number 27 car. So it's got nothing really to attack with or defend. Ollie, it looks like, hasn't been using overtake. Melty's got about half his overtake left, with only about 6.5, 7 minutes left, so he's got plenty left to attack with. Battle for the lead rages on. Grandpa and Ollie, these two, well, I mean, one of them's me, but these two battling as they do in the SSBB Clubman Series. Plenty of respect being shown by both drivers. Ollie, they're taking a little bit too much curve. Oh, Melty there having a bit of a moment coming out of the chicane. I think he might have tangled with Yvonne. That chicane not the best place for Melty to be going side by side with another car. He's wiggling around and looks very unhappy. Look at Adders. Adders has turned his engine right up to 1. And he's got past Sophie. So Adders on the move. It's all kicking off now. And there's no more time for fuel saving. We're too close to the end of the race for fuel saving now. Safalicious there in 9th. How was McFlurry Twist caught up? He was so far behind. He's still got plenty of fuel. So that's really impressive from McFlurry Twist. Oh, somebody's gone. I thought somebody had veered off to the side. That it was Sophie. Sophie got it sideways under power. So that's unfortunate for Sophie. Looks like the front hasn't settled down yet either, as Ollie comes in for an attack to try and take the lead. Ollie sweeps into the lead with just 5 minutes remaining. Melty has fallen back, so I think they hit Melty conserving fuel now. That's unfortunate. But after being miles behind, McFlurry Twist up in 3rd, now 4th. After a little brush there with the wall. Sophie in 5th with a penalty. She's working really, really hard to try and get back into the fray. It says that McFlurry Twist may have a higher engine mode available now than They Hate Melty, due to all that fuel saving earlier. Great battle through the S's. Who's going to come out of this on top? McFlurry Twist there. I think he's going to the inside. Melty going a little bit defensive. Oh, the game desyncing a little bit there. Perhaps a little bit of lag from one of them. But McFlurry Twist does make it into the podium position. Oh dear, we've got a bit of a red light moment on the Grandpa-mobile. That car is running out of fuel, and there is still about 4.5 to 5 minutes of racing left, so that is not good. Number 27 car has tried to charge towards the front of the pack too soon, and that is not ideal in any situation. McFlurry Twist now chasing down Ollie. Here is Ollie. Ollie's just scampering away at the front. He's having a great race. McFlurry Twist, great to see him coming back as well. So there's Melty in 4th. Melty coming up now behind Grandpa Bert. Melty also very low on fuel. Two drivers here are maybe getting out and pushing their cars around the final lap. Just behind these, the two E-Team Brick cars. Yvonne looking very low on fuel. Sophie looking very low on fuel. John Boy's done a much better job of managing it this time than he did in the first race. So John Boy is looking good for a good result. There's Pike, there's They Hit Melty. Oh, it's so tight on the fuel for him. Is Melty going to make it to the end of the race? McFlurry Twist certainly will, and up ahead of him Ollie as well will certainly make it to the end of the race. So these two looking very good for a strong finish. They Hit Melty now under pressure from this entire pack behind him. And it's Sophie going to the inside. No, she's just too far back. It's John Boy now in 4th. Can John Boy get past They Hate Melty? Just one podium place still available. Oh, Melty's thrown into the barrier again. Oh, that's not good. That's been a bit of a bogey spot for him this race. And that gifts John Boy a podium position. John Boy as well, really, really low on fuel now, but with so little time left in the race, some of these drivers are going to be hoping there's not going to be too many more laps. Sophie in 4th, Yvonne 5th. Oh, Grandpa and Melty with virtually no fuel left. They're going to want to be finishing this race very, very soon. Adders looks like he's burnt off his fuel too soon. Saflicious as well, so you really can just head off too early, and you can shoot yourself in the foot. So this being a new series, the driver's not really sure yet on when to go and when to hold back. This is something that's going to change, I'm sure, as we get further through the series. Drivers get more experienced and understand better what the strategies should be. Here's your race leader, Ollie, and he's doing a great job. McFlurry Twist right behind him. We could have a last lap battle for the win, and we are going to one more lap. So this will no doubt be the last lap because we've got 15 seconds left on the clock. So this is it. Some drivers may actually finish at this point. Here's Sophie and Yvonne crossing the line. They've made it. The Grandpa Mobile has made it, but will now run out of fuel. Oh dear. That's not ideal. So Adders has gone through. Melty has finished the race 8th, who ran out of fuel. Saflicious 9th, almost out of fuel. Back to the battle at the front. This is the battle for the win. Either of these drivers could still do it. Looks like Ollie hasn't got his overtake button mapped, whereas McFlurry Twist has. So McFlurry Twist may be in a really good place right now. But can McFlurry Twist catch up? He's got so little fuel left. Ollie's just done a slightly better job of saving. I guess that McFlurry Twist used more fuel because of that incident when he had to really pull back. John Boy as well. He's probably hoping McFlurry Twist is going to run out of fuel because it's really marginal. Really marginal. McFlurry Twist so slow through there. Oh, leaping the car through the air. I think it's run out of fuel. I think it's all gone wrong for McFlurry Twist. It has. Oh, heartbreaking. Ollie's out of fuel. He just trundles across the line to win the race. John Boy second. Is McFlurry Twist going to make it third? He's not. He's not. He's lost that podium position. Here comes Yvonne. And then Sophie in fourth. Oh, can McFlurry Twist beat Adders? Where is Adders? Adders is out of fuel as well. Oh, no. So the final cars, without any fuel there, we've got Adders 6th, Grandpa 7th, Melty 8th, Saflicious 9th. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my Discord, who are just amazing. If you're new around here, press some buttons and nice things might happen. And until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to those around you. Bye-bye for now.